Alrighty folks, it is time to make some gains. It's time to train. We're gonna do some upper body. Got a new program today. I just changed a few exercises up in my program spreadsheet, and we're gonna see how that goes. See how the pump goes at the end, see how we feel, and then change what needs to be changed. But yeah, pretty keen. I'm on a bit of a high right now because of food. I had a really good breakfast. And this is how you can tell I am losing my mind when it comes to this prep, because I am this amped and this excited just because of food. Now, I switched out my toast that I usually have in the mornings for overnight Weet-Bix, and I swear to God, I don't know why the hell it took me this long to start having Weet-Bix, especially overnight Weet-Bix. High in fiber, keeps me full, taste freaking great. Maybe I'll just show the clip, because I did take a clip of my breakfast this morning. I literally just had 330 grams of egg whites, some tomato sauce, salt and pepper over the top, some strawberries on the side, 2 rye crackers with Vegemite on it, and then we had the overnight oats on the side. Now, I couldn't decide what I wanted to do. Did I want to have the overnight oats with only yogurt and strawberries, or half? So I just did the other half with strawberries and sugar-free maple syrup. And both were actually pretty freaking good. I think I'm leaning more towards the yogurt side of things, but just due to calorie-wise, we can't use too much. So I just opted for just half of the container of yogurt. So yeah, and then obviously we had the energy drink on the side. Can't go wrong with the sugar-free energy drinks. But yeah, that was a really good breakfast. I enjoyed it. I still feel full. That was probably like, oh damn, my watch is dead. That was probably like an hour and a half, 2 hours ago. And usually around about this time, I start getting kind of hungry, and then I have to start thinking about doing things to keep me occupied so I don't think about food. But I feel great. Like, I feel good. I feel full. Actually, to some extent, like a little bit bloated. Like, not in a bad way, but like, I don't know how to describe it. When you haven't had food for a while, or like when you haven't had a lot of food for a while, the smallest increase in food makes your stomach just feel really full. Like, you know that feeling when you've gone out to dinner or you've just had a really big meal and you just feel so full? Even though the meal that I had wasn't like crazy big, I just feel really heavy and feel full from that meal. And it's a great feeling to have when you've been hungry for so long. And yeah, I think in the beginning, when hunger really wasn't that big of an issue, I obviously, taste-wise, craving-wise, I always try to mix it up and try new things and try to hit that little spot that I have for cravings, but not so much on the hunger side. But now I'm kind of leaning more towards trying to feel satiated, trying to feel full. So I'm substituting in foods to volumize a little bit more. Even though my calories haven't really dropped in the last, I think, 4 weeks, I'm starting to get a little bit more hungry now. And I think it's starting to catch up. So I'm trying to volumize my food a little bit more. And yeah, I think this was one of the rare occasions where I found something that tastes really freaking good, and it's really high in volume, and it fills me up. So it like kind of ticks all the boxes. And I think I'm just going to stick to this meal, breakfast, for the remainder of this prep. So yeah, and I think on my high carb days as well, instead of having because I usually have Cocoa Pops or Rice Bubbles on my high carb days as my pre-workout meal. I think I might even swap that out for Weet-Bix as well, just so I can feel a little bit more full, even though I have more calories on that day. In the past, I've kind of opted for more dense calorie foods, and I think at the moment I'd rather feel full than just go after things that taste good. So yeah, I think even on my high carb days, I'm gonna switch to Weet-Bix. I'm gonna keep the potatoes in there. Even on my high carb days, I think just volume wise, it's way better. I think I mentioned it in the last video that I did, the food video, on my full day of eating. I have switched out rice for potatoes for that exact reason, because it's higher in volume. I just feel fuller, right? But yeah, I don't think I'm going to change anything else for a little while. The only thing that I'm considering changing is potentially that meal, which is the chicken and potato meal. I made French fries out of the potato, and that's actually been pretty good. I literally just chop up the potato, chuck it in the air fryer, and boom. No oils, no cooking sprays, nothing. Just straight up potato in the air fryer, 20 minutes, boom. You have fries and chicken tenders, right? But yeah, that meal I'm considering changing if I start getting a little bit more hungry again, which I don't think I will. But instead of just having just potato, I'll just decrease the amount of potato I have, and then just add some, maybe some butternut pumpkin, some zucchini, maybe some carrots, some broccolini, just a bunch of vegetables on the side, and just chuck that in the oven. Just do some oven roasted veggies on the side of the potatoes to add some extra volume, because I did the calculations and just did a mock-up diet plan of if I did do that, and I think volume wise I get an extra like 300-400 grams of like food in total for the exact same amount of calories if I add in extra vegetables and just decrease the amount of potatoes that I have. Because at the moment I have 300 to 400 grams of white potatoes for that meal. But if I take away, let's say 200, maybe 300, and only have 100 grams of potato, which isn't much, I think it's like 2/3 of a potato. An average potato. I don't look at potatoes that way. Like I weigh it out by grams, but I'm just kind of trying to paint a picture here for you guys. The average potato, it's probably like 2/3 of a potato, which is 100 grams, right? But yeah, so I did the calculations, put it all into MyFitnessPal, and it came out to about 300 extra grams of like physical food, but the same amount of calories. So I might do that. But yeah, other than that, my diet plan is going to pretty much stay like this for the rest of this prep. We only have about 5 more weeks left. Let's see. Today is August 11th. It's a Monday, and we have 6 weeks until the first comp day, right? But 5 weeks until peak week of that first comp, and then the very next weekend, which is the 27th of September, will be nationals down in Melbourne. So we'll fly down to Melbourne and compete in that show as well. And then finally, after that show is done, then we get to eat. And I am so freaking keen for this rebound phase. I was just talking to someone earlier today that it's not even show day this year yet, but I'm so keen for this next rebound phase into a growth phase over the course of like the next year before we do maybe another show, to see how much I can grow. And one, just to eat some more food too. Like I do miss food. I love food. But yeah, keen to eat, keen to grow, and just see how much improvement we can make in 1 year. And spend a good chunk of time just focus on growth. And then maybe next year for the prep, we'll do a longer prep. I think I'll have a chat to Nick and see what he thinks. I do think we could do a longer prep, maybe because this year we aimed for 12 weeks, but we ended up actually doing 14 or like 13 and a half, right? Because I think we got towards the end of the bulk and I said, look, I'm starting to like dip on the consistency and sticking to the diet and all that sort of stuff. So my mental focus was kind of starting to lack a little bit in staying on top of that in those calorie surplus. So I found myself, like, instead of just once every 2 weeks or once every week maybe having an off-plan meal, I was having it maybe like 2, sometimes even 3 times a week. So that wasn't good. So going into the next one, I think maybe we'll do, I think probably 16 weeks is like money. Like that's the sweet spot. 16 weeks is good. I think anything more than that, like mentally, I think I'll just struggle a lot more. I could just, not be a bitch and just suck it up. If that's going to be the optimal way of doing it and bring the best package, sure. But I think if we get to the end of this and we get pretty decent conditioning, and next year we can make sure that we start at maybe a leaner point, not as high in body fat, then 16 weeks should be plenty. Like maybe 18 weeks, but nothing more than that, I don't think. I prefer a more aggressive, shorter prep anyways. So even 14 weeks was like, I thought would have been like more than enough time. If I was a little bit leaner at the start of this prep, maybe 14 weeks would have been perfect. I mean, it's not the end yet. We've still got 6 weeks to go. So we don't know exactly what conditioning we're going to be in at the end. And we're making visual changes every single week. So we'll see. We're talking way too far in the future at the moment. We have no idea what's going to happen over the next year. But yeah, moral of the story is, summary, I'm stoked, had a good meal, I'm hyped for this workout, which is strange. I haven't actually been like super excited for a workout in a little bit. And it's so funny how just a decent meal can just change my mood that easily while in a diet. So, but yeah, while we're on the topic of training, quickly run you guys through what I'm going to do today. So Nick asked me, because I haven't been filling out my trainings on the online spreadsheet. I've been obviously following the structure that he's given me. Rep schemes and like how many sets I do has changed here and there, but for the most part, I've been sticking to what he's given me. Especially on the exercise selection wise, I've been sticking to what he gives me. But he asked me to give him exactly what I'm doing at the moment. So just give him kind of like a brief summary of the exercise and everything that I'm doing. So I went in to my spreadsheet, and turns out that he's actually started using a new spreadsheet. And when I went in to see what exercise he has already listed there for me, they were different. I was like, oh, okay, well, let me just see if I can click on it. And because previously I couldn't. So I clicked on it, and I was actually able to change the exercises myself. And he has like a wide range of exercises to choose from in his like spreadsheet that he's made. So I thought that was pretty cool. I'll see if, I don't even know if he'll be able to see it or if it's just like changes that I'm making on my end. If so, I'll just screenshot it and send it to him. But I went in, changed some exercises, stuck to the similar like structure that he's given me already in the past, because it's been about like 2 or 3 months since I've actually maybe logged anything on the spreadsheet, but still sticking to it. But he wants to see exactly how I'm doing. He wants to manage my fatigue and all that leading into this last stint of the prep. So yeah, I did that, and I picked some new exercises, some exercises that I like personally, and then maybe added some extra volume into muscle groups that I thought I needed to, even though like, total volume, I didn't change much, because obviously this deep into a prep, you don't want to be adding extra volume. It's just not going to be beneficial. So I've stuck to the same kind of volume, but I think going into the growth phase after this, I'll definitely like bump up the volume, like same exercises, but all I'll do is exercises where I've gone like 1 or 2 sets, I'll literally just do 3 sets. Or on an upper body day, I'll just add in an extra tricep exercise or something like that, just on muscle groups that I feel like I need to change. But for today, the workout is, let's see. So I feel like I'm going at like 1,000,000 miles an hour at the moment. And I did just freaking scull an energy drink. Where is it? Right there. That I had with breakfast. So I'm probably caffeined out of my freaking mind. Going at 1,000,000 miles an hour. So training session for today is dumbbell flat press. I've scrapped the incline barbell. I just wasn't enjoying it. So I've gone dumbbell flat press, seated cable fly, which is the same as we've been doing anyways. Dumbbell seal rows, and then lat pull downs. So I've literally just switched the order of those two. And then we've got dumbbell lateral raises, tricep push downs. So that one is pretty freaking similar to what we've been doing anyways. And then we've got the leg day on Tuesdays, which is tomorrow. Rest day Wednesday. Upper body back focused, a big back focused upper body day on Thursday. Legs and biceps on Friday. And then another upper body day on Saturday. Now, I went in and added like an extra ab workout optional on a Sunday, which is supposed to be my rest day. We'll see if he thinks I should actually do that or not, but I haven't been doing it, but I might start implementing it, but we'll see. Yeah, I don't think I really have anything else to say, so let's just crank some music in my ears and start pumping away and get after this workout. Yeah, let's get it. Shit. That was actually set number 2. I realized when I went to stop the recording on the previous clip, I wasn't filming. And I already did a set of this. So we did one set at 45 kilos for 12 reps. And then that was the second set. And we only got 10. So fatigue down a little bit on the second set, but we've got 3 sets in total. See how this next one goes, and then on to some cable flies after this. Only 2 sets on that one. Woo! Come on. Yikes. Alright, I only got 8 on that one. That was rough. Alright, 2 sets on cable flies. Also, something I want to note is maybe I'll see how it goes with this program as well. And I might just, so for example, on today, I might just switch the amount of sets that I do on the pressing movements into the flies. Just because it's a little bit less taxing. So, I don't know, I'm just going to put it down to the fact that we're in a deficit at the moment. We're going to be weaker. I haven't really done this specific exercise a lot in the last few weeks and months, but I enjoy it. So we're going to keep it in there, but we might just do 2 sets on that and then 3 sets on flies next time. But we'll see what happens next week. But yeah, I think that's just something to keep in mind. All right, let's do some flies, baby. Oh shit. Let's go down one on that one. Shit. Yep. That'll do it. Next, pull downs, and then I think we've got lateral raises and triceps. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh. Last exercise for the day, as usual, superset time, baby. Tricep push downs, lateral raises. You know what? First set, let's start heavy. Because I know for a fact we're gonna fall off, so we can go lighter the next set. Hold on. I just gotta double check it's recording. I'm not fucking doing that shit again. Yep. Alright, we're good. Oh shit. Typical. Nobody move. I dropped my brain. Oh shit. There she is. And the show goes on. What's the rep range for this one? 10 to 12? Alright, we'll go heavy. Oh shit. My grip's failing before anything else. Oh, found it really hard to hold on that set. Damn, my hand was kind of going numb. I'll do at least one more set. Alright, now, I don't want to alarm anyone, but the Weet-Bix pump is a thing. This is absolutely ludicrous. This is great. Weet-Bix is the key. Make Weet-Bix great again. Hold on, hold on. I don't know if it's gonna be all wonky in the mirror, but make bodybuilding great again. Boom. Make Weet-Bix great again. Let's go full stack. Take the double clip off. Oh. There we go. Come on. There we go. Let's finish this shit off. Oh shit. Oh shit. Alright folks, that's a wrap. Let's go get this post-workout meal in. Next meal is the chicken and potato meal. Ooh, actually, I'll show you guys this later tonight, but I have a new Ninja Creamy recipe. Ooh, chef's kiss. It's honeycomb flavor with a honeycomb protein powder, and then I put peanut butter in it, but it's made with peanut butter powder. So it's super, super low in fats, high in protein. You just mix it with water, make it the consistency that you want. I use the peanut butter as a mix-in, so I make it really thick, and then once the ice cream is already made, then I put it in, and then I just kind of mix it in there. So it's still in clumps, so it doesn't mix in completely with the ice cream, so I still get the honeycomb flavor, but then just peanut butter chunks. And then I put 2 Biscoff biscuits in there, crumbled up. Oh, it's to die for. But that's probably gonna be, we're gonna hold out as long as we can. That's probably gonna be the last meal for the day. But we'll see, we'll see how long I can hold out on it. Because I've made sure that all my steps are done this morning. I've gotten into a routine in the morning. First things first, fasted cardio across the road on the elliptical, 20 minutes. Heart rate at about 130 beats per minute. Then 6,000 steps after that. I usually average about 1,000, maybe 1,500 steps while I train. And then I've got PT clients in the afternoon. If I have at least 5, That's another 5,000 steps. I average about 1,000 steps per client. So that puts me at about like 11,000 already. And then kind of just walking around during the day, cooking meals, going to the toilet, up and down the stairs. And that's another like 1,500 steps there, showering. So yeah, I'm getting my 12,000 steps in a day. We don't count the steps that we accumulate while we're doing cardio on the elliptical, because my watch does actually track it as steps. So we just subtract 2,000 steps from my daily total. But anyways, that's it, folks. I'll cut it here. You might see the next clip, the ice cream that I've been making. If not, I'll show it in the next video. But yeah, peace out. Catch ya. Thanks for watching. Woo!